first met the very, very fabulous Hugo at the Dollhouse many years ago through a mutual friend that actually I just found out was one of the creators of your group. He originally is from Taipei, Taiwan. He writes in both Chinese and English. He is a co-creator and 1/3 of Righteous, which we have 2 other members here. It is a collection of writers devoted to the creation of artistic freedom. Righteous has published 3 poetry chapbooks and done numerous public readings throughout the city over the last 3 years. In May 2010, his Chinese short story, Happy Together, was published in Malaysia and Singapore. Hugo continues exploring and experimenting the weaving of 2 languages through poetry and other written formats. He lived in New York City for 10 years upon just recently returning to Taiwan, but he is also a self-proclaimed New Yorker for life.
That's right.
That's right. So anyway, we're so stoked that he is here during this show from Taiwan. So, if you may, my darling, please take the stage.
Thank you, Stephanie.
You're welcome.
Hello, everybody. Hi. I feel like the musician always have to claim the main stage.
Oh,
you
no,
know?
you can get a
No. I like
Just
that.
kidding, you can't. No,
The
you can't.
storyteller had the edge of the stage, you know, and I am, you know, I'm the word player, you know, so I'll just have the floor.
Take the floor, my
Take the floor.
Take the floor.
It's really great. I totally didn't expect to be here, to be honest with you. My name is CK Hugo Chung. That's my full name, and I'm from Taiwan. And I've known Stephanie for a few years, and you know, I just recently relocated back to Asia, and then I'm here in New York on, you know, wrap up some personal stuff, and you know, after all, I lived here for 10 years. I'm really glad to be here and to share with you some of my latest creation. I'm, like Stephanie said, I'm always trying to work on 2 different languages, you know, because a lot of my favorite writers, they, you know, they have a different cultural background, and they can weave different languages, you know, like seamlessly, you know, Spanish and English, French and English. So I was like, if they can do it, I can do it. Even though, you know, Chinese and English, the
Not the easiest.
yeah, not the easiest. You know, the relationship in the family is a little distant, you know, like black sheep type of things, you know.
If anybody can do it, you can.
Absolutely. So,
Woo!
so I'm gonna share with you. I wrote a home trilogy because I wanted to, you know, living here for so long, developing a sense of adulthood in New York City, and then now back to where I was born and grew up after so many years of exile, created a whole different sense of being for myself. So I wanted to develop, explore that relationship between me and New York, me and Taipei, and so I'm gonna share 2 out of 3, 2 out of this trilogy with you. So. The first one is called Empire State of Mind.
Yeah.
1. 那么 within 7780.03 miles, questions rise like the bubbles served in the flight. I close my eyes, random dreams meld into each other, only leaving traces of feeling exotic, outlandish, foreign to the island. Have you been to a jungle made of bricks and steels, radiating plastic starlights and cellophane dreams, where natives speak in rush feet, operatic hand gestures, murderer gazes? Sometimes I'm intimidated by such heated enthusiasm, yet compelled to respond. Have you witnessed a pyramid piled with ambition and negotiation, putting everything and everyone on sales, where the talented and mundane, diligence and indolence, generosity and greed are equally contained? Sometimes I'm overwhelmed by this karmic system, yet inspired to fight harder. Little regret stands tall, awaiting full potential, eventually appreciated. 2. After flying over 7780.03 miles, a gleaming crystal ball enlightens line after line. A naked cowboy roams on a glamorous boulevard serenading fleeting souls. A queen whose icy stares can turn the weak into stony bills. A hallelujah man pounds pavement with praise. Black beauties chat over twists and braids. Salsa beats rings with the valeur. Chinese food delivered in fainted grease. 那属于我的故事呢? Like the Benetton on 43rd and 7th, those faces printed on the tarp just stare at me without any sound bites, giving away imagination, feeding my own disillusion. This desperation to connect fuels the diversity of family, even for a black sheep like me. 3. If 7780.03 miles can be accounted for something, a lofty price to pay, an extensive bridge to cross, what is the difference between home and hometown? Like a phoenix, burned to the ground only to resurrect in ashy glory, exonerating every sinner. Like Sisyphus, punished for chronic deceitfulness, never finishes rolling a boulder up a hill. Action will always speak louder than words. That's why this city never sleeps. Both of us suffer from perennial insomnia, and we self-medicate in excess. Cruelty has its own merits. A cause that dog eats dog means righteous stand. A countdown poses an apocalyptic frenzy in a haze of cheers. A conviction serves to justify clashing propagandas. Mercy thrives within layers of contradiction. Those are which I actually hold dear toward eternity. Ask me, what do I hunt and scavenge for? Wild-gamed of fortified truth. Emigrate, immigrate, migrate, whichever takes place. Can't and won't gray down our history of once happy union, transforming every urban soul to freedom and bearing its consequence. 4. Nama. The metamorphosis during 7780.03 miles turns me into a creature of forgetting. Nowhere to arrive nor depart. Just wander, brushing through this land opportunistically. 而我只能说, I'm not a fighter, I'm not a pushover, I'm a soldier, I'm a coward, I want to love, I'm capable, I need money. I wouldn't like this piece to become a manifesto, but a love letter existing only in my empire state of mind. 难道幸福只有咫尺之远吗? Never stop seeking that final destination. Never stop commuting between stations. One day, when 7780.03 miles are reduced to 0, I will know. Thank you.
What? Are you saying Homeland?
Motherland.
Motherland.
Yes.
You're reading the script for the show, so I have to watch it later. Motherland, sorry.
Absolutely, Motherland. So this is this is part of the trilogy. So one's about New York, and this is about.
Maybe the other one would be the next part will be when you return and move back.
Okay, let's not get